Wow. Okay, we have some fake news coming in hot and heavy this week, and this isn't even they're not even trying anymore. This is just fake news. Um, let's see. I'm gonna go right into it. Did you see this come across your headline at all this week? Trump offered Julian Assange pardon if he covered up Russia hack. WikiLeaks founder lawyer claims. This article, beginning, middle, and end, is so dishonest and misleading. I'll break it down for you right here. Trump offered Assange pardon. First off, not true. Donald Trump never spoke to Julian Assange. He offered a pardon if he covered up Russian hack. We know that Russia had nothing to do with hacking the election in 2016. Julian Assange multiple times has said Russia had nothing to do with all of these emails that I got. In fact, he alludes pretty heavily towards this young man Seth Rich that most of you know. Let me go right here. Actually, you guys know I like Jimmy Dore, although I don't agree with his politics, his solutions.
It's from Daily Beast. Now, the Daily Beast isn't that the Chelsea Clinton sits on the board of Daily Beast, so you know it's a rag. Trump offered Assange pardon if he covered up Russian hack. Now that's fake news. Now I don't want to quibble with the headline, but that's complete bullshit. There was no Russian hack, as Bill Binney proved, and as we revealed on this show.
Right. Now, if you don't know who Bill Binney is, Bill Binney, the NSA, intelligence agency, it was created back in like the 40s. I think it was under Truman who created the NSA. Bill Binney is a man who's maybe in his 50s or 60s now. He was the chief architect of the NSA that we know today, one of the best coders, code breakers we have, really set up how the intelligence agency at the NSA works today. He talked about looking at all the metadata of this whole drama, of all of this data being leaked from the DNC, the emails, all of this. And he says, without doubt, no chance was this data taken from a third party, from outside of the office. The speed at which the data was downloaded off of the computers requires the person to be in person with like a USB stick.
Because if there was a Russian hack, guess what? The NSA would have the fucking evidence. And then they would reveal it to everybody. Just like John F. Kennedy revealed the pictures of the Russian missiles going to Cuba, right? So they would have released it. They didn't release it. You know why? Because it doesn't exist. And that comes from the top code breaker ever at the NSA, Bill Binney. Of course, you're never going to see him on MSNBC or CNN or quoted in the New York Times or the Washington Post. Why? Because he's actually telling the truth about our intelligence community. So that those people don't get, you know who does get on? The head liar at the CIA. They get a contract at MSNBC and CNN. So this was a bullshit headline, but here's the story. Assange's lawyers said on Wednesday that former Republican Congressman Dana Rohrabacher offered Julian Assange the deal in 2017, a deal. A year after that was a year after the emails that damaged Hillary Clinton in the presidential race had been published. WikiLeaks posted the stolen DNC emails after they were hacked by Russian Now they're just making this up. That's just made up. This is fake news. Of course, the Facebook fact checkers are not, the Ministry of Truth over at the Facebook is not going to flag this as fake news, even though it is. This is straight up bullshit reporting. This is 100% propaganda.
I like their choice of descriptor for the emails, too. They didn't say the emails that revealed some foul play by the DNC or the Democratic has said they damaged our queen. They hurt our queen, Hillary.
And what they're talking about, if you're not familiar, the DNC emails that were Hillary Clinton showing that the entire DNC was colluding together to make sure that Hillary was the presidential candidate. That's what was leaked. That's what all this drama is about.
Assange by Rohrabacher, who was known as Putin's favorite congressman. What the?
He added on a name tag. Putin loves me.
This is
I'm that guy.
And they're not laughed out of the business. These people, right? Like this, they're considered a regular news outlet
by some.
Yes,
not by me.
Like this is hilarious, right? And Fitzgerald said a statement produced by Assange's personal lawyer, Jennifer Robinson, included a description of Mr. Rohrabacher going to see Mr. Assange and saying, on instructions from the president, that he was offering a pardon or some other way out if Mr. Assange said that Russia had nothing to do with the DNC leaks. White House, so here's the problem with this. He has already said Russia has nothing to do with it. So I don't understand if this was. So let's finish it and then we'll come back.
Right.
White House Press Secretary Stephanie Grisham denied the allegation on Wednesday. She said, quote, "The president barely knows Dana Rohrabacher other than he's an ex-congressman," she said in a statement. "He's never spoken to him on this subject or almost any subject. It is a complete fabrication and a total lie. This is probably another never-ending hoax and a total lie from the DNC." ...
But isn't that Putin's guy? She later said.
"At no time did I talk to President Trump about Julian Assange," the former congressman said. "Likewise, I was not directed by Trump or anyone else connected with him to meet with Julian Assange. I was on my own fact-finding mission at personal expense to find out information I thought was important to our country." He went on, "At no time did I offer Julian Assange anything from the president because I had not spoken with the president about this issue at all. However, when speaking with Julian Assange, I told him that if he could provide me information and evidence about who actually gave him the DNC emails, I would then call on the president to pardon him." Well, that makes sense. That makes sense.
We can say, we have said repeatedly over the last 2 months, that our source is not the Russian government and it is not a state party.
That's Julian.
So there you go.
Yeah, so there you go. So what's actually going on? Let's look back at this headline. Trump offered Assange pardon if he covered up Russia hack, WikiLeaks founder lawyer claims. This is ridiculous. Then, that was yesterday. This is today. Yahoo News runs this. Representative Rohrabacher confirms he offered Trump pardon to Assange for proof Russia didn't hack DNC email. This is so misleading. This, like Jimmy Dore said. Again, Jimmy Dore's a very progressive guy. He loves Bernie. But what I can respect about him is he calls a spade, and I agree with a lot of the problems he sees. This is just state propaganda. This is just propaganda. At this point, this is just pure propaganda. They're completely twisting the words and making the people who watch this, who haven't been following this for the last, say, 3 years now, they're really confusing a lot of people, and none of this is by mistake. This is absolute garbage. Julian Assange received documents, just released them as they came in. He confirmed multiple times it was not like it said right there in that interview. Russia didn't have anything to do with it. A state didn't have anything to do with it. And let's see, does he might, but we're not going to finish that. This is ridiculous. This is such a twist of words. This is incredible. No wonder the term fake news has so much weight now. No wonder people stopped watching the media. No wonder President Trump calls the media the enemy of the state. They do this kind of stuff. And Daily Beast isn't just some little offshoot of some random conspiracy blog. This is really, really heavily trafficked news blog that a lot of people on the left really believe. So what do you even do? It's also interesting that this article comes up the very week that Julian Assange has his hearing in England to see if they will extradite him to the United States. And it also the same exact week that WikiLeaks Twitter gets banned off of WikiLeaks Twitter account gets banned off of YouTube. Very interesting timing. I don't think any of this is by mistake. I actually think that something big is going to come out of WikiLeaks and Julian Assange that people haven't gotten caught wind of yet. But this is just, again, this article here and Yahoo News. Shame on you guys. You're not helping the fake news stereotype. So anyway, we'll see how this develops, but yeah, I don't think we're done seeing what Julian Assange has to say. But anyway, keep in touch, everybody. Comment below, share below. We'll catch you next episode. My name is Ryan Derks. I'm running from Missouri's 5th Congressional District, and I approve this message.